Hello everybody, Subzerobf here once again, and it's time for a rant medley. Well, as I'm sure we're all aware, it is the first weekend in April, and we all know what that means. Final Four time. Oh yes, one of my favorite weekends of the year, the conclusion of March Madness, the big dance, the NCAA tournament, whatever the fuck you want to call it. 3 games left, 4 teams remain, champion about to be crowned, Nets about to be sliced off. And it shall be epic. And UConn is in the Final Four! Hell yes! Makes me so happy. Now, looking back at the tournament that has just unfolded before our very eyes and all that has taken place, how can I sum it up? What the fuck just happened? This has to be the most fucked up, jacked around, mollywallop, shit-strangled, cock-bludgeoned thing I have ever witnessed. Okay, no, it's not. It's far from, but it's still pretty fucked up. In terms of NCAA basketball tournaments, this has been one of the strangest phenomenons ever to occur in the sport. I mean, good lord. We have 2, count them 1, 2, can you do that, America? Count to 2 Cinderella teams in the Final Four. Butler and VCU out of nowhere doing something I never would have thought possible, making it so one Cinderella team, will compete in the NCAA basketball championship. And one of them could be potentially facing UConn. So, how the fuck is this a good thing? Because let's say VCU wins. It's the ultimate underdog story. VCU goes on to play UConn in the championship. If UConn wins, it's like, well, congratulations, UConn, you won against an 11 seed. Bravo. And if they lose, it's like, ha! You lost against a fucking 11 seed. It's like wrestling a 3-year-old girl. How the fuck do you win? Okay. Let's roll back to the beginning when there were 64 teams. Oh no, 68, because there's a bunch of fucking playing games now. 68 teams in the tournament, which, by the way, VCU was a part of. Lord knows how the fuck they even got in here. I mean, they're in the Patriot League. That's not even mid-major. So, yeah, 68 starting teams. I'm filling out my bracket. I'm ready to submit it to some polls. I'm ready to lose a bunch of more money, as I do every single year on these fucking brackets that make me want to strangle kittens. Hoi. So, in terms of my brackets, I mean, they really weren't that bad. I mean, my left side was actually okay. You know, I got my fair share wrong, but it looked fine. My right side got absolutely raped. Raped up the ass, out the mouth, and back around again. It was disgustingly awful. And how can you blame me? It was year the underdogs. There was upsets that nobody called. And even the ones that people called didn't happen. Hey, Wofford, Belmont, step up to the plate, goddamn you. All the other people did. How come you couldn't? Speaking of which, Wofford University. Where the fuck is Wofford University? What the fuck is Wofford University? I mean, think about that. Wofford? That sounds like a penguin character in a shitty Don Bluth movie. In fact, there was a shitty Don Bluth movie about penguins. If there's a character named Wofford in there, that's really fucking creepy. Okay, you know what? Hang on. I'm curious. I'm looking up Wofford. What is Wofford? Wofford. That's fun to say. Alright, Wikipedia. Okay. Wofford University is a university located in Spartanburg, South Carolina. There is a town called Spartanburg. That is fucking awesome. Is that town's population 300? Because if it is, that is really fucking awesome. It's not. Oh well. Okay. So, yeah. Moving on to the upset things. I mean, seriously, there were so many major teams that just collapsed like things that collapse. I don't know. I can't think of something right now. The shitty part of my brain that makes crappy, unfunny analyses that it cannot process this anymore. It's done. Taking a nap. Bye-bye. So, yeah, it's like some strange basketball gremlins crept out of the sewers of the Bronx, slithered all over the nation, and inhabited all the, Cinderella teams in this. Hey, Bronx basketball gremlins, before you go around and start affecting a bunch of college teams, there's this team that plays in this place called Madison Square Garden, yeah, they could really use your help right about now. So, yeah. Speaking of big teams that fell down, let's talk about the Big East. Now, going into the tournament, the Big East was all like, yeah, we're the Big East. We know what we're doing. We're like the best teams in the country. We beat all the ranked teams. We're all ranked ourselves. You deserve to put 11 of us in the tourney. I have no idea why I'm talking a southern accent right now because the Big East is a northern conference. Forgive me for my stereotyping. So yeah, Big East. 11 teams in the conference. And with the sole exception of UConn, which is in the Final Four, winning 10 straight games, what does the Big East do? Everybody say it with me. 1, 2, 3, fail! Epic fucking fail! Good Lord! So much failure! Tremendous, colossal, monstrous, unbelievable amounts of failure! Higher than the Himalayas! Failure! Let's go down the list. West Virginia, fail! Georgetown, fail! 2 VCU, steamrolled! Ultra fail! St. John's, fail! Villanova, fail! Notre Dame, hey Notre Dame, guess what? I actually had you guys winning the fucking tournament! Yeah, I put money on you! I know it sounds stupid for me not to put money on UConn, but the real UConn fans don't have UConn winning. Yes, that is a very shitty excuse, I know! So yeah, I had Notre Dame winning, and guess what, Notre Dame, what do? You lose to Florida State! I don't remember, I think it's Florida State, I may be wrong. So yeah, well fucking done, Notre Dame. You know what's kind of strange? Notre Dame's the Fighting Irish, right? Well, I may be wrong in this, but didn't they lose on St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, again, I may be wrong, but if they did, that's really fucking funny. I'm sorry, it is. And if that is true, Notre Dame, you might want to choose a different culture to emulate. I suggest the French because they're often associated with pitiful failure and disappointment. And then there's Louisville, who goes down in the first round to Morehead State. Now, what the fuck is a Morehead State? I didn't know they existed either. In fact, I'm going to look them up too. I already have Wikipedia open on the other tab, so Morehead State. Aha. I love Wikipedia. So Morehead State is a university in Morehead, Kentucky. There is a town called Morehead, Kentucky. Apparently, Kentucky needs more head. So yeah, Louisville loses to them. And you know what? I'm sure these last couple of weeks or month or so, this has been all a strange, horrible nightmare for Louisville. I mean, just think about it. It's like, oh my God. I had this horrible nightmare. First, we lost the Big East Championship to the fucking 9 seed that we've beaten twice this season. And then, as a 4 seed in the tourney, we go down to this dick sucker university. And then our region is won by a fucking Cinderella. Good Lord, wake me up. Wow. Sucks to be you, Louisville. Blech. Sucks to be you, Louisville. Rhymes. No, it doesn't. Moving on. So, let's see. Pittsburgh. Ultra fucking fail! How did you lose to Butler? The game was in your hands, wrapped in a velvet present. It was there, and you fouled them. Let's review the final play that resulted in your dismal failure. It was a shot at half court, off to the side, with the shooter nearly out of bounds, his body jilted back like an ironing board, with no chance of making the game-winning shot. Gaddafi would sooner win the Nobel Peace Prize and before he made that shot. And what did you do? You fouled him, and then you failed again. So yeah, Big East is a colossal fucking disappointment. And then, now that you think about it, basically all the big teams were a giant disappointment. I mean, look at all the 1 seeds. Ohio State went down to Kentucky. Duke went down to Arizona. That's what you get for starting 4 white guys, Duke. You think you would have learned your lesson by now. Pittsburgh, already explained that. And then Kansas. Good Lord, Kansas. I mean, half the nation had you winning the tournament. I mean, you were the only 1 seed left in the Elite 8. You're supposed to be the fucking beast. If, you know, the beast looked like Big Bird's gay cousin. Well, guess what, Kansas? Ruin my punchline. Righto. Just forget that last 10 seconds. So, Kansas, you giant fucking monster of death and basketball skills. Congratulations, Godzilla. You got your ass kicked by Strawberry Shortcake. How does that make you feel? Shitty? Very shitty? Ultra shitty? Good. So, yeah, now we have VCU, Butler, Kentucky, and UConn in the Final Four. And I cannot wait to watch them, and my throat really, really hurts right now. So I'm going to go downstairs and eat a calzone. That was a very awkward end to a rant. I'm Subzerobf saying live life to its fullest, and fuck the world. Go UConn.